Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Give it a little second. Let the folks in the back come on in. Grab your seats. Grab your vices. Happy morning, fellas.
What is good, everybody, man? What's good? Good to be back. Last show of 2024. Let's get it.
I had to pull up for that one, bro. I would have felt like a hole. Let me get through the first 5 minutes on YouTube without saying it. I would have felt bad, bro. But nah, man. Trev, you been holding down, man. Big salute, big Trev on this time.
Man, hey, just trying, man. That's all I'm doing out here. Just trying to make a living.
Look, in 2025, we taking that away. Where we ain't trying, bro. We doing this. We doing it. We doing. We ain't trying. We done trying, bro.
I'm with it.
We done trying. we either doing it or we ain't doing it. And damn it,
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Big Shark in the building. What up, Shark?
Ain't not much, man. Just glad to be in the building. Glad. You know, I enjoy going to Grizzlies games, but man, them folks be having games like a lot. They had a lot of home games this year. Like I got a break to January 6th. I'm about to enjoy this break. Just know that. God, dog.
Hey, big shout out to Sharkey though, man. Holding it down for the squad, man, with the Grizz, man. Like, big shout out.
Like Thanksgiving week, they had a game Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. It was literally 4 games in like 6 days. All home games.
All home games.
Every other night. I was like, dang.
It's gonna even out eventually, bro. So it feel like a bigger break about to come eventually.
Oh yeah, they about to. Yeah, they got a 5-game road trip now. So yeah, they
got a 5-game road trip, and then they'll probably have a few before the. I'm pretty sure they'll have a few before the All-Star break. So yeah, it's coming.
Man, without further ado, last episode of the year, man. Again, we got a lot in store for y'all, so don't go anywhere. Without further ado, bros, let's get right into it.
All right.
Welcome to Let's Be Real Sports Podcast, presented by Let's Be Real Media. Watch us live on YouTube and Twitter, and follow us on TikTok and Instagram at LBR_media. Also, subscribe to us on any podcasting platform.
What's going on? BLJ here, the best hype man in the NBA. Man, I'm here with Let's Be Real. Tune in. Hello.
Let's be real.
Yes, sir. Let's be real. Another great episode. The last episode of 2024, episode 261. Again, of the Let's Be Real podcast. I am your host. I ain't been here a minute. I realize my delayedness, but life been lifing. But I appreciate it. I go by the name of Tev Shakir. Definitely want to start off with a big flowers to Trev. Man, Trev, again, you've been holding it down, bro. We appreciate it. Trev, what's going on,
man? What's good, everybody, man? I appreciate y'all, man, for allowing me to host for these last couple of weeks, man. But just been holding it down, man. It's been good convos, good conversation as always. We'll get to the flower segment in a minute because I got a few that we need to give out.
Of course. But man, just going into the 2025 just with some good energy, man. It's still great flowers to my man Sharkey Shark up here as well, holding it down for the Grizz. Man, I ain't gonna say we ain't gonna say you crashing out, but
nah,
I know you need a rest, man. I know you need a rest, man. I'm happy we talk all night, but you're getting a little rest over the last few days. So, man, big Shark, P Shark up here, man. What up, brother?
Hey, what it do, man? Like I said, man, definitely flowers to y'all for keeping it going. Flowers to you, man. That on the Instagram post that y'all went hard that you had the Hardaway shirt with the Grizzlies.
Yeah. Yes,
I got a lot.
We out here, man. We out here. I'm telling you, we out here, man. Come 2025, we really finna be out here.
Man, just thinking different, man, and shoot, just thinking different. Just want to be better, not even better, just the best. And even if falling from being the best, it puts you in a crowd of better. Cool, I'll take it. So that's my mindset in all 2025. And like I told Trevor, man, we ain't trying no more. We doing. So just speaking life, bro. Speaking of life, man. Speaking to the life of the pods. Of course, this pod, but the other pods. 3 to Hardaway, man. Celebrating 100. We celebrate 100 episodes on Monday. So again, speaking of flowers, make sure y'all tap in with us. It's gonna be a great episode. Hey, we've been on a streak as far as saying crazy-ish, but we getting the content out. So if y'all ain't following 3 the Hard
I
Way,
wonder what she gonna pull up in next
and
time.
wearing crazy shit.
Yeah,
man,
she probably pull up with a turban this week.
she didn't have an MVP year, bro. I ain't gonna lie. She did.
He really
had
had
an
it.
LBR. It's
Yeah.
But shout out to Sheedy, man, for sure. Again, 3 the Hard Way coming Monday. G's Report. Make sure y'all rock in with the G's Report. I'm ready to hear. We got a lot to say about the wrestling on January 6th. That's looking like a big day.
For those that don't know, that's
Netflix.
when Monday Night Raw debuts on Netflix. That is about to be
crazy. I'm so happy we gonna talk more about that in the flowers, but I'm so happy I tagged back the Henry wrestling, bro. I feel like a big kid again. Couple more shout outs real quick. Of course, Ryan Harris. I'm sure he'll pop up in the comments eventually. With the jump pass fighter, of course, Real Deal with Damian Adams holding it down with us as well, man. Again, appreciate everything that y'all do. Appreciate the gang. Without further ado, man, let's go ahead and get into this episode again with flowers, man. Just flowers. I start off real quick. Just flowers to everything that we've been able to do over the year. Of course, P-Shark going on to bigger and better, but still we've been able to hold it down and, just continue to watch each other grow personally, professionally. For me, it's been a beautiful thing. So again, I just continue to speak life and everybody that's on the pop, everybody that's listening as well, man. We ain't trying no more. We doing this shit. So yes, that's now. We doing this shit now. So hey, let's keep it going. We gonna keep ascending in the next year.
All right, man. Well, for me, man, if you saw the name, man, flowers go to the Snoop, because I never would, and I just found this out this morning. My man got his own bowl game today.
Yeah, Arizona.
Man, if there was a textbook on how to live life, it would literally be Snoop Dogg at this point, because bro has literally done everything and been everywhere at this point. So yeah, big shout out to Snoop Dogg for getting his own bowl game. I believe it was Miami, Ohio against Colorado State today. So I'm just curious to see how that is going to play out. Maybe not the game itself, but just how things are going to be shown in that regard. So big shout out to Snoop for that.
Yeah, and that's why I was trying to look up. I was like, who playing in that bowl? Yep. So yeah, Miami and Colorado State. That's that's wild, man. Shout out to Snoop. My flowers go to a person we mentioned, we talked about a little bit earlier, Sheedy. For one, just rest in peace to Greg Gumbel, longtime sports commentator, analyst, just died from cancer yesterday, right? Just that made me think about Sheedy and early this year and him going through his cancer bout and defeating cancer. So it's like, it just makes you think about those things. Like, man, a lot of our legends we actually losing due to that, and one of our very own got past, he defeated it. So man, salute to Sheedy. I just wanted to give him his flowers once again to end 2024. Glad our brother's still here with us, and hey, keep pushing going to 2025.
Absolutely. You know, it's a brotherhood, bro. Again, how we met was kind of like crazy. Appreciate Trevor to just have him. Hey guys, I got this guy, that want to pod with us. And that went from podding to him picking me up at the airport at 5 o'clock in the morning. Like that, you just
that's love, right?
That's love, bro. That's love. So again, Sheedy, we love you, bro. And we gonna keep rocking, man, for real. We love you. The other flowers for sure. Again, I became a recent wrestling fan, so again, just everything that they got going on, man, I appreciate it. I'm a big fan, as if I was still younger. Trev, I'm gonna need your help with an upcoming video that I want to do. I find myself comparing some of the current wrestlers to the wrestlers that we grew up with, whether it's stylistically or just fame wise, or you know what I'm saying. Just for example,
just name it.
For example, the Roman Reigns will be like The Rock, from the past. And I kind of want to go down the roster.
We got you. I got you. So just we'll prepare it. Stay tuned.
What y'all got? Any like more memorable memories of this year? Anything that y'all definitely gonna remember it sports wise this year?
Oh man, sports wise, sure, a lot has went down sports wise. I'm trying to think back.
Memorable. I try to think back from my favorite teams.
Right.
Nothing really remember.
It's just a chill. Of course, the Tigers just recently finally beat a top 10 team, a top 5 team. For the first time.
Of course, Caden Clark, that whole
the WNBA thing, most definitely.
That had folks in a chokehold, and then even just recently with her coming out, making her comments on the magazine thing, and her basically supporting everything her fans don't support. You go to that just like
honestly, women's basketball as a whole,
in
if we really want to keep it a book, because
starting a new league, the Unrivaled League,
starting on Unrivaled,
Juju,
of course, the WNBA, Juju
Paige
Watkins,
Beckers.
of course, is on the come up. Paige Beckers, the women's tournament earlier this year actually being better than the men's tournament.
The men's tournament, agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So yeah, women's basketball in general.
Yeah, Juju and Paige kind of, I guess you could kind of call that right. They just had their game last week. That was
last Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a huge watch game. Yeah, I forgot what the game was on. It was kind of like, hey, what game was on last Saturday? It was something. I think college football playoff. That's what it was. I watched it.
It was the college football playoff.
We get to it later.
Then you had Steelers Ravens, which was a mess. But I won't.
Yeah. And that game was built in Buffalo. So that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into the Steelers. It's the same story, different year, man. I'm not gonna get into it.
Man, we got a winning record, bro. We all gonna get into it. Y'all got to. Somebody.
Man, that's why we do need NFL teams.
Oh man, we damn near could talk. Well, I mean, we going straight. It kind of a big fight, you know what I'm saying? So we can talk about the fight, and then we can talk about the actual games that happened. But of course, the big fight over the last couple days for sure was the NBA versus the NFL. And some people saying it was a knockout. Some people saying it was a haymaker. Some people saying that the underdog won. So I definitely want to get y'all opinions before I give mine. Who won the battle on Christmas? Was it the NBA or was it the NFL?
I guess it depends on the criteria, because ratings wise, NFL is gonna always win. Man, they won on Christmas, but they're gonna always win. They don't matter, right? But when you get Beyonce, it kind of
once you announce that Beyonce performing at halftime, like
it was
from beginning to when she is done performing, you already know they're gonna be tuned in. If they gotta wait two games or whatever, it is what it is.
They were gonna win anyway. In ratings battles, NFL is gonna win, but better games, of course, that was easily NBA. And I don't know, like with me with that whole battle thing, like I said, depending on criteria, NBA won better games, NFL won ratings. I don't know what criteria to really go by with that, but me myself, the person who's watching, I'm gonna find a way to watch both. NBA game came on first. I watched the first half. When it went halftime, went to the NFL game. When they went to halftime, went back to the Spurs Knicks fourth quarter. When that game ended, I think that's when the Ravens Texans started that game. Saw the Mavs game was a blowout, so I stuck with that game until I saw the game was close. Then I turned back in the fourth quarter. So it's kind of just one of them deals where I was like, with me myself, I'm gonna watch both. It's not a pick 'em for me. Then after that, the NFL was done, so we're straight into NBA game. So after that, so I ain't gonna say it was a tie, but just I don't know what criteria we want to go by. But on each one, ratings wise, NFL will always win. Better games, NBA won that day. They may not always win, but they won that day, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to choose one, from an entertainment standpoint, I would definitely go with the NBA, because they had just better games on. Just from the quote unquote superstars of the NBA, it seems like they took it as a challenge to put on a show in each and every one of these games. From Wemby in the first game with Mikal Bridges, dropping 40 as well, to the show Kyrie put on to get the Mavericks back in it when it was looking like a blowout. Of course, you know what you got with LeBron and Steph, which ended with Austin Reeves hitting the game winner, which was kind of shocking to everybody.
Out of all people, man.
Out of all people. You know what you're getting with Nuggets Suns, and so yeah, I mean all the games were pretty much entertaining, and then you got a decent showing from the Celtics and the 76ers. Football, of course, is gonna always be king because they just know what to do as far as generating interest, generating viewers. But if I had to choose one from an entertainment standpoint, and I'm with Shark, I did find a way to watch both. But I was more intrigued by the NBA this Christmas more so than the NFL. And that's saying something because I really, because I think a lot of us actually mentioned that the lineup for these Christmas Day games didn't look like it was going to be a whole lot. Like I know the criteria. You have your up and coming superstar play against the Knicks in Madison Square Garden, and then you typically have your rivalry games. Like that was a prime opportunity to have. And I know it's coming up now, and it may not matter now, especially what happened with Ja. You literally could have had Grizz Thunder on Christmas Day. That could have been. Yeah, maybe next year. But hey, but to wrap it all up, man.
I have the Thunder. It's crazy.
I honestly, and I think Savage said this.
That's
on
crazy
Twitter.
about the Thunder.
I don't think.
I know Savage said they're not marketable. Yeah, they're not marketable.
I don't think Oklahoma City is marketable. That's the problem. I don't think it's crazy. I don't honestly.
I mean, it's not crazy. I understand, but it's like, it's like the Spurs, Tim Duncan. It's like,
I don't even think. I don't think it's the players. I honestly think it's the city.
I do, because I don't think we were having the same talk when KD and Russ was there. And when they how many times did they play on Christmas?
They play on Christmas when they were there almost every year.
So it's like it's the players. Is Shea, and it kind of going into the talk about on 3 to Hardaway, is Shea really marketable to us? Do we really care? You know what I'm saying? So, but I would have loved to seen a battle of the top. Like, why not let the Celtics and OKC, who we all knew was going to be some of the better teams. We didn't want to watch the damn Sixers and Celtics. But I think now Adam Silver looked and saw what happened.
But you got to remember the Sixers are not having a good year, mostly due to injuries. But coming in, the Sixers are
You're right.
It was
Celtics 76ers, and they did beat the Celtics, so they are getting healthier. So it's kind of showing.
Everybody was available in this game. So
I take that back.
The benefit.
Y'all right. I definitely take that back for sure.
Because even with Dallas, Minnesota, that was a Western Conference Finals rematch, but Minnesota traded Cat right before it. So it was like again, it was one of them. Actually,
that game would have been much better.
They announced it. It made sense when they announced the games, but things happened after the announcement that made the games look differently.
Oh, got it. Well, hopefully Adam Silver Adam Silver, the pressure is kind of going to be on him for next season. What I mean by that is we saw what worked with Netflix with the NFL. So the NBA will be on Amazon next year. And all of the numbers and everything I'm not gonna say gonna be matched up, but it's kind of gonna be like a streaming war. And how do you win a streaming war? You take what you saw which worked. I'm not saying go and get Beyonce, but if you do got this relationship with Kendrick Lamar already is growing, if y'all gonna have a Warriors and Lakers game, kind of have a Kendrick, halftime.
Yeah, Kendrick bless the stage at halftime.
Just either for, like you said, New York, you can get a New York artist. Wherever. Hopefully, we get a Christmas game in Memphis. You can have a Memphis artist. Glorilla, why not? And like, I'm giving you the key to
watch this film.
You already got Taylor Rooks, so it's like you already gonna kind of have some kind of dominance in the black.
And then that panel gonna be stupid on Amazon.
The panel gonna be crazy. Like you already got you winning on top of winning right now, but you just got to make sure you play your cards right as far as like making sure the viewership and the numbers are there. Because literally, from what I saw, and I think I'm saying all this to quote unquote pledge my allegiance to the NBA on Christmas. Like I found myself being more of an NBA fan on Christmas than anything. And I know the NFL saw this as an opportunity to go ahead and try to, walk in your trap, take over your trap. But I'm happy that LeBron came in and said, nah, this is still our day. And I believe so. I'm going to continue to believe so. So shout out to LeBron, shout out to the NBA. We all, even on 3 to Hardaway to here, we looked at the game and was like, what are they really going to do something? Wemby set the tempo. Shout out to Wemby, the future starter. Shout out to Wemby. He set the tempo. Then you kick us off with the Timberwolves and Mavs game. I was there. Unfortunately, Luka got hurt. But then again, Kyrie was like, all right, let me take over. And we brought a 20-point game to a 6-1 game. So I'm like, bro, like it's the NBA is watchable, bro. It's watchable. And Adam, like I said, Adam said, just get the later games better. You'll hit a home run.
I got a question on that. I've seen a lot of like a lot of talk about, Christmas Eve, because I remember there was nothing on Christmas Eve. I think one bowl game. And it's like, all right, if the NFL go try to take Christmas Day, should the NBA go to Christmas Eve? Or even if it's a case where like you got 5 games on, and sometimes that's just draining as well. That's a lot of games. Maybe put 2 of them games on Christmas Eve, not have 3 games on Christmas Day. What you think about like something along those lines? Or
I think if you were to do that, the best way to do it would be to balance it, not all go over to Christmas Eve. Because if you go to Christmas Eve, you're looking like a pump. You're looking like the NFL really came over and punched.
That's what I was saying.
However, if you kind of stagger with the NFL, be like, okay, because the NFL is king. I do want to recognize it. Yeah. NFL is a ratings king. However, from what I saw, it was just 2 games. Okay, the first game, perfect time, and New York versus. I love to see New York versus Wemby again. You know what I'm saying? And kind of just matched it out, but make sure when people are watching, they don't have a reason to leave unless it's after halftime.
Bingo.
Just like the Texas game. You know what I'm saying? Christmas Eve, do the same ish, kind of like a warm-up teaser, appetizer, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I say just get a few teams maybe that you probably want to showcase, but just didn't have the avenue to showcase on Christmas, and just kind of do that. So like, I know we talked about Grizz Thunder possibly being on Christmas at the time. Why not have them on Christmas Eve? Or to what Savage is saying, 1 versus 2.
I like it.
Because you already know the NFL schedule comes out first, so you already know their schedule.
You already know what
next year Christmas they playing the game at 12 and 3:30. All right, keeping this game at 11. Have another game. Skip that whole afternoon slate. Let the NFL have that. Maybe that 12 to 5-ish, and have your next game at like 5 or 5:30 or something like that. And then end the night with like 2 or 3 games. But have like another game on Christmas Eve or something. You know, something. You still gonna run into them. You're not gonna You're not gonna avoid not playing at the same time in the field game is on. But at least stagger it around where you can. Where everybody just win instead of.
I was no. Here's the thing, Shark. I was literally about to say there's a way, even though it's a streaming wars, whatever. It's literally the way that everybody can win.
Yeah,
everybody can. So Adam Silver, literally, no pun intended, the ball is in his court because he can determine whether you want to go to war with the NFL or kind of look at the NFL and play your cards the way that they play theirs.
I'm gonna double down on Savage's comment about 2 rival teams because nobody's been paying attention to this except me. One game you should definitely have on Christmas Eve: the Detroit Pistons versus the Houston Rockets. Jalen Green and Cade Cunningham cannot stand each other. It's been on site since the both of them, I believe, were in high school. It's been on site, and of course they were 1 and 2 in the draft. So
yeah.
I'm giving you the game right there. Pistons Rockets Christmas Eve, Cade Cunningham versus Jalen Green. There you go.
Especially when the Pistons finna make the playoffs. I was a year early.
Hey, Cade Cunningham for All-Star.
All-Star Cade, baby.
Hey, I got a question for you too, because you told me about the team. You told me about the teams being trash. So are the Pistons trash? Although they're gonna make playoffs.
What I call the Pistons trash?
No, you
had told
me. Oh, he's talking in the comments.
You talking the Clippers being trash. So I was like, but these conference got all these teams who lose records in. I was like, all right, so the Pistons are in your definition.
But I sure was like, the Clippers right now would probably be 5th in the East right now.
No. To my understanding, I was talking about everybody except the Pistons. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Pacers, man, the Pacers trash. Pacers trash. Chicago Bulls trash. I can't call them Hawks trash. No, you got me, bro. You got me. I couldn't even work myself out of this, bro. You got me. They didn't even call the trolling out there. You got me, bro. You got me.
Oh
man, I love y'all, man. You got me, bro. You got me. But speaking of, let's move on, bro. Anything on the streaming wars though? That was a good talk, bro.
No, I think we covered what's about to be on the horizon with Netflix and Amazon. So
well, if they have a game, if the Houston Rockets have a home game, maybe they can pull out Beyonce. Potentially.
Not at half. Not at halftime.
might do a post game show or something. Have the fans stay after the game.
Okay, hey, that's never been done before. A nice little post game show.
I'm different.
It's different, and I guarantee you that jump with every seat in that jump will be full. So you ain't got to think about selling out.
I'm looking forward
to that at halftime.
I'm really looking forward to seeing how these streaming wars just happen. Not within just in all sports and because, like I said, the WWE is going to Netflix too, and it's so much that you can get away on streaming versus TV. Like it got to a point now when I'm watching wrestling highlights trying to catch up, and they blanking out, certain words that you shouldn't or should say. I hate that. Go to Netflix and let's get the shit popping, man.
Yeah, they'll tote the line just a little bit because they have sponsorship dollars that's possibly gonna be on the line too. So they'll probably tote the line. They'll probably say shit. They'll probably say shit, but anything outside of that, probably not. So.
And the Rock gonna come in blazing.
The Rock came in when he came back.
He came in blazing, bro. That's one of my favorite songs.
Like every other word was a cuss word when the Rock was back. I was like,
man, they got no care. And salute to Netflix. They got their stuff right. Beyonce did that promo video with a glitch and did her winky eye. I was like, oh, yeah. Rest up, y'all want to.
Rest up if y'all want to. Somebody's getting fired and they may go to jail.
If around to find out. They said they weren't gonna find out, so they if around.
Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. Speaking of which, man, F around and finding out, of course, we're getting the trade talks, but Mike Brown ain't doing nothing. Free Mike Brown. Well, they did free Mike Brown. Free everybody else on the Sacramento Kings. Trev wanted me to talk about some trade talks. So what you got for me, bro?
All right, man. So as you all know, as of maybe 2 weeks ago, I'll say, everything has opened up for players to be traded now. So of course, there's a bunch of names that are out there that are circling around trade talks. I just want to focus on the two main ones right now. One, obviously being De'Aaron Fox, who, for those that may not know, is not happy in Sacramento, which is what, because he hasn't signed an extension with them. And you see where the Kings are, they're trending downward. And of course, they just fired Mike Brown. And then, of course, obviously in Miami with Sharkey's boy, Jimmy Butler, who's kind of been pretty much on the trading block, if I'm not mistaken, since this past offseason. And now that I think about it. So we're going to play a little bit of Tuke's trade destinations for you. And we're going to see where we will think or what we would prefer. Like I said, we're going to focus on De'Aaron Fox and Jimmy Butler. Where would we prefer these two guys to be traded to? So I guess we'll start off with De'Aaron Fox, man. And Savage took it right out of my mouth. I would love to see De'Aaron Fox in San Antonio. I think San Antonio is at a point now with Wemby where they can definitely transition into a win now situation. Maybe not make noise in the playoffs, but possibly sneak into the play-in. Chris Paul is Chris Paul, don't get me wrong, but let's be honest, Chris Paul is getting up there in age. So they're definitely going to need another big-time point guard to kind of complement Wemby in that situation. And they have the assets to do it. They got young pieces, they got picks. I just like that dynamic with De'Aaron Fox and Wemby, especially De'Aaron Fox on the pop. I think that there's another level that De'Aaron Fox can go to that he hasn't shown yet in Sacramento. And I think Pop can bring that out of him. So my first one, I'll definitely go San Antonio for De'Aaron Fox.
Hey, anything to get Stephon Kelsey out the rookie of the year race, I'm down for it.
Yeah, no.
I'm still tripping that he's above Jalen Wells and Zach.
Everybody was at the top of the chain. Well, Zach Edey just got back from injury, so we know it's gonna flip.
Okay, yeah.
No, I say no, man. I've been a Castle. I said if Edey did won, I think Castle would definitely win it just because he's on the team that he's coming into. And I like Fox and Wemby being together. I think it'll be dangerous. But at the same time, you got a similar situation with Chris Paul came to the Clippers and, for Shay's rookie year, to my understanding. I'm not saying Stephon Castle is going to be the same player, say Alexander is. However, they're the same body. OKC, excuse me.
Yeah, OKC.
But now it's rookie year. He was at the Clippers, but he ended up being.
He ended up being with OKC with Chris Paul. Yep, you're right. My bad. But it's like they kind of the same body type, and honestly, they kind of putting up the same numbers their rookie year. So I understand Fox and Wemby would be crazy, but I would like to keep seeing that ascension from Stephon Castle in the future years, because it'll kind of be a point of when Halliburton and Fox won the same team. You're gonna have to get rid of. I don't want to see that situation happen again, especially for Fox, who I'm a big fan of. If I was to pick a team,
I got a question on that one though. Did they necessarily have to get rid of? Because remember, they traded Halliburton for Sabonis to get the guard big man. The Spurs case, you already got the big man. So would they necessarily have to make that type of move? Because Sacramento only had those two, and they didn't have no front court piece. So it kind of was like, yeah, we need to put them up so we can get a better fitting piece in the front court. The Spurs already got the front court person. So in this scenario, do you think it could work?
I think, especially with this age of two guards, like you got a lot of teams that do play two guards to that point, it could work. But again, I think it's only one ball, and we don't get a Shea Alexander, with 30 points a game if he's off ball. You get what I'm saying? And I think more so we're gonna talk about Jimmy Butler. I think if the Spurs need to get anybody, it'll be more so of a Jimmy Butler rather than another point guard like De'Aaron Fox.
A popping Jimmy. Ooh.
Was that strong, bro? Both y'all on y'all last years, bro. Like,
man.
Come on, man, get a ring, bro.
That's spicy.
I'm taking you. You're buying a lot
that's
of
spicy.
stock. Stephon Castle. I'm hoping I'm saying this name right. So you're buying a lot of stock. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I was real high on when he came out of college. I don't know a lot of collegiate players, but just watching highlights and just seeing, just positioning and potential. You got a lot of potential, especially with being with Chris Paul for your first year. Like, we see what it does with young point guards everywhere in the league. So,
touche. Did you have a team that you would?
For Fox. For Fox. Absolutely, man. Get that boy to the Nuggets, bro. Get my boy Jokic some help. Get Jamal Murray off this team. He's done for.
Whoa!
Get him off this team, bro. If y'all want to include Porter, buy Porter. Get him off this team. Y'all understand how fast paced this Nuggets team would be with Jokic and Fox?
Okay.
Y'all thought Bron and Kevin Love was something. Okay. Like, we need Fox in a position to win. So, because Fox is one of those players where he's cold, he gonna go at your point guard, but he just play for the Kings.
I'm gonna be honest. That sounded crazy, but I like it.
Think about it. Just think about it. Think about it.
I like it. It can work. You keep the folks that you got. You know what you're getting from Jokic. You know what you're getting from Royce. I don't know if it would take. I think you can get De'Aaron Fox just by trading Murray alone. Because I think Denver will want to hold on to Michael Porter Jr. because he's actually having a
this season.
A really solid season this year. So dang. That would be kind of crazy though.
I'm trying to think of another team that could use them, because Orlando could definitely use a point guard, but everybody today trade injured.
I know.
So it's like you can't even pull a trade out for them.
Hey, Jaden Hood's balling this year. I mean, Jaden Hood's
balling.
Yeah, definitely balling.
100%.
So
they still could use De'Aaron Fox though.
For sure.
Yeah.
Let me see.
What team? I mean, Miami. Well, I know Sheedy wanted him in Miami.
They looking like they done for it. But I mean, if they can get Fox there, like, I think that
you get Fox, they might get on the Jordan energy.
They would.
Because he getting on faster because they play slow, I believe.
Yeah, they play really slow.
And it speeds you up.
Yeah.
With Bam. I think Bam would play better in like a more up tempo.
Absolutely.
Because you could possibly like Bam and
like Jared right now with the Grizzlies, you can speed the tempo up and just unlock them fully. Tyler Hero's having his best season, I believe, shooting wise. I think. I'm just trying to get him out the West Conference. Let's start there. But West Conference teams, man, I think about De'Aaron Fox and I don't know, it's only one basketball. I about to say De'Aaron Fox, Anthony Edwards backcourt, Minnesota.
See, I want to say that, but it's the money part.
I don't think the money will work. Yeah,
but then again, Savage said best.
Because then that'll just negate why the Timberwolves traded Ray Cat. So that'll just happen there. Yeah, the money wise, that wouldn't work.
Interesting. And then let me see. I'm trying to think of anybody else, man. Unless the Rockets want to finally go ahead and get a star at point guard, which I don't know if the money worked. I think the money worked there though, because they got that.
I mean, they could.
Question.
I think they sold on Fred. I think they
sold on Fred.
Yeah,
Okay.
Who is the Rockets?
because they need a veteran presence there because all their best players are young
Yeah.
guys, so they need some veteran there. They might be sold on Fred. And plus, they gave him a lot of money too to come there too. So I don't know if the money situation couldn't work. Yeah, so I think they sold on Fred right now.
What you finna ask?
Houston could work though.
I about to say who? I guess I about to say who is their actual best player? I guess it'd be Sengun.
Sengun, I guess.
Yeah, that sounds like.
I guess.
They got a balanced team. I don't know.
It's Sengun, and then
I guess it's Jalen Green by default.
By default, it's Jalen Green. But I kind of don't even want to put Jalen Green as the second best because like Jabari Smith and Torrey Easton are like right here, like neck and neck for their next spot. Yeah.
Dang. Was it 1, 2, 3, 6?
So I mean, we had the Spurs, the
seven
Rockets.
players in double digits. Yeah, that's interesting for the Rockets.
Yeah.
But they can't same. The Grizzlies got the same thing, but we know who their top 2 and 3 years though.
Yeah.
It's just
right.
They already established. I guess that's what it is.
Yeah.
So for Jimmy, I did post a landing spot for him. I did the Warriors, I did the Rockets, I did the Magic, I did the Hawks, and I did the Spurs.
I got a question about that one. What's your gripe with him and the Suns?
Yeah, because I was just about to say they national media.
I think he slides perfectly.
They
he slides perfectly at the small forward position. Yeah, I think he slides perfectly at the small forward position. I think he fits better than Bradley Beal at that.
He fits better with Bradley Beal, and I would love to put him on this list. My thing is with Bradley Beal, say I go to Miami. I go play with Bam. That's my only thing.
My question is, would Miami want Bradley Beal?
and would Miami want Bradley Beal?
I think Bradley Beal would do it. It's Miami. Would Miami want him?
Because you're gonna be, to my understanding, you're gonna be playing Bradley Beal more than Jimmy Butler. So it's like again,
you have the same problem with Phoenix here with basically 3-guard lineup.
Yep. But don't get it wrong, I would love to see Jimmy. Jimmy would solidify some ish out here. He'll definitely help, especially on the defensive end. But it's too many ifs and too many question marks about that one, even though the media trying to make it happen. And I mean, if the media trying to make it happen and it work, thank you, media.
Yeah. In my opinion, I think as a Grizzly fan, Jimmy Butler my favorite player, but it's like I'm Grizzlies first. So if he comes to the West Conference, you know who I'm riding with. Grizzlies. Exactly. It's like, dang, he go to Phoenix. Like, god damn, that's
gonna be tough.
That's a top team right there.
Jimmy with the Warriors is a train wreck waiting to happen. I don't know why. We have to talk about this with Savage.
I don't necessarily think that either. I think he'll work. I don't know if I think with Phoenix, he puts them over the top as a championship team.
Yeah,
I don't know if he do that with the Warriors. I don't think it'll be a train wreck, but I don't think it moves the needle to extend them to a contender to an actual championship.
So it sounded like you saying that Jimmy Butler's best chance to win a championship is with the Suns, which I'd agree with.
Other teams that's been I think I would say Houston seems like the best fit in sense that's his hometown. They need a vet. They use a veteran player because, like we were just asking, who is their best player? Who is their club? You get Jimmy Butler in there, you would have that guy to kind of say, "Oh, this is the guy we close the game with," and he can kind of help the young guys and everything. But again, the championship thing, would Houston be a championship team if he's 35 years old at this point? It has to be.
I was going to call you a Heat fan, but would you, as a Jimmy trade, or we can just both of y'all, would y'all trade Jalen Green for Jimmy Butler? Because Miami get to start young. Meanwhile, the Rockets get to
I know he just I think he just signed his extension.
He just signed it, yeah. So you got him for
I would say
you get him for
it's the ultimate win. It's a gamble because it's definitely letting folks know you trying to win now.
I mean, right now.
Yeah.
I low key would. I just don't. I guess because they got Tari Eason, so he can slide the two.
And I think the reason they haven't traded Van,
I don't know, man. That's.
And I think the reason
Jimmy
you haven't traded
that's
Jimmy and Fred would work.
Jimmy and Fred would work though.
Yeah, Jimmy and Fred would work. It'll be hell.
I guess we'll hurt their bench because Tari had to slide into 2, but I guess Dylan Brooks.
Tari is what he's like I thought he's like a 3/4, almost like.
I mean, you do got a Ricky that ain't seeing no time either. that's supposed to be one of the top notch rookies.
Man, he ain't saying no time because he ain't.
So it's like you got players that you need to kind of send up,
No, because I'm thinking of that because like if you run the five, so you got Fred, Jimmy.
That nigga played it too, I guess.
I put Reed.
You gotta remember Dylan Brooks still on the team, and he so that's more likely gonna be your wings. And then I guess Torrey Easton or Jabari Smith, and then Şengün at the 5.
Jabari Smith started 4.
Oh, so Jabari Smith. Okay, Jabari Smith and then Şengün at the 5. So
yeah,
Houston's interesting.
That's a nice lineup. Hold on now. That's a nice lineup though. Because you got to think, I think the reason that they haven't traded Fred is because they know he's a championship point guard. And you know, and that's the only thing that can make sense. Like you got guards out the wazoo, but you still keeping him. And this ain't no hate on Fred at all, but it's like you got championship culture already on the team. Like let's roll with it. So I think this will be a team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wonder what Dallas would give up for him because I heard Dallas was
interesting.
Was in there for Jimmy Butler too as well.
I wonder. I haven't got anything that Dallas would want.
But even that with Dallas, I guess you basically giving up on the Klay Thompson thing.
Yeah, I was like,
point,
that would,
if you bring Jimmy in, that's just
yeah.
Even that's when they went back down. You know, it was already saying one basketball for Kyrie and Luka. I know Jimmy.
It's definitely gonna be one. It's definitely gonna be one.
That's 3 ball.
Three.
Like, at some point, that's 3 ball stoppers. I think Klay Thompson works better.
Yeah,
actually,
Dallas was
they had 3
for him, but
they had 3 closers. So choose one, but it's just like God, they're gonna be the slowest space in NBA history.
Ooh wee.
Oh man, good stuff. Nah, that was. Let me see. We got anyone else?
I would like them to stay out east, but I know they don't sound like it's gonna happen.
The east, yeah. Everybody moving out west, man.
Yeah, everybody's going west. I mean, Atlanta doesn't sound bad if you want to get back in the win now sweepstakes. I think Tuke, you mentioned that for Jimmy, if I'm not mistaken.
But they got so many young wings that. Well, I mean, I guess that's the point. If they try to win now, go ahead.
If you're trying to maximize what you try to do with Trae Young, Atlanta's not a bad spot either. So yeah.
We'll see, man. Trade talk heating up soon. This is probably one of my favorite times of the NBA season. It's like, all right, we get into things. All-Star. Make sure who y'all voting for All-Star too. We have to talk about that probably, I guess, next 5. Who y'all voting for an All-Star game?
I mean, I already did at least.
Oh, you already know? Who you got? Who you got, Shark? You vote too, Shark?
We can do it.
What's up? Who y'all vote?
We might as well do it. All right. So
I barely watched the other team, so I got to bow out.
All right. So for me out west, I had Ja, SGA, Nikola Jokic, KD, and Jaren Jackson Jr. So those are my 5 out west. In the east, I had Tuke's friend of me, Giannis. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Dame, and Cade Cunningham. I gave Cade the nod. I'm voting Cade as a starter. So because I know LaMelo is getting a lot of votes because of popularity, but I typically like to reward quote unquote winning, and the Pistons have a better record and are right now in the play-in. Than the Charlotte Hornets right now. So I gave Cade the nod for that last backcourt spot.
Cool. Nice. I saw it in the East as well. Of course, I voted Cade as well. And I did vote, so I got it right here. Cade as well, Jalen Brunson, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Karl Anthony Towns. Y'all vote for Giannis, so ain't no way in hell I'm voting for him. In the West, I went Luka, KD, Shea, Nikola, and Wemby. So I vote again.
Luka. Luka probably ain't gonna be in.
Jai, you got my vote, dog. I vote again.
I need him to finish too.
We need exactly. Stay healthy.
Need him to stay healthy as well. God, dog.
That's the only reason he ain't getting my vote. Stay healthy, dog.
I mean, for me, I guess, of course. So we just doing who we would vote for to be starters. not who
Yeah.
we predict to be the starters. Okay.
Yeah, just right
Yeah,
now. You know, first ballot.
First
Yeah,
ballot,
definitely.
if it was all you.
Definitely, West it would have been SGA and Luka, but Luka's injury now has turned to Ja. I put Ja in that place.
I'm with you.
Otherwise, I had Ja come out the bench. Forwards, KD and LeBron or AD. Between LeBron and AD, I'm trying to choose one of them two. I say AD.
LeBron.
Yeah, you know he's gonna start though. My vote. KD definitely. I choose AD over Bron and Jokic definitely. I mean, that's a no-brainer on that one. As for East, you just got to reward the top team. I don't know how Donovan Mitchell stats are looking this year, but I mean they've been the best team in the
down.
NBA. Okay.
They down, but
but
they still winning.
Yeah. When you're 27-4, I got somebody on the team.
You got to reward that. You have to reward it.
That's fair. That's fair.
Somebody got to start. Jason Tatum, of course, from the Celtics. If you choose one from the Celtics, Karl-Anthony Towns having MVP year, so he's a no-brainer. My other guard, I know Trae Young is a stat merchant. I give it to Jalen Brunson, the other guard, and the other forward.
Solid.
Giannis, easily Giannis.
Ain't no easy.
Giannis, come on now. Let's be real.
Okay, look, just because I know everybody else on both of them, y'all got it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all support y'all on whoever y'all vote and believe in.
All right.
Hey, watch out real quick. I was trying to think with the Grizzlies, just for instance, they might have opportunity where on that game on Sunday, they might have Jerry and Ja versus Zach Edey and Jaden Wells. What y'all think about the whole 18, the 8-player, 8-14, 8-player?
I'm with Tuke. I don't know. I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know. I don't know, honestly.
I'd say this. It's more I guess it's intriguing for me because the actual All-Star game just sucks. So it's like, all right, just try something. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. I'm willing to watch that versus the All-Star game. So I will check it out.
I'll give it a
Here's the thing. Like when Adam Silver does try some new ish, he kind of batting 100 for the first time. And then the second time around, like he tried to do this ish next year, that's when it'd be like, all right, we sick of this shit.
In season tournament, the Elon ending.
Yeah. So I don't know, man.
I mean, for the first time he's batting 100, but overall he batting 300, which is bad because the play-in tournament. Hey, the play-in tournament was a success. Let's just
absolutely.
The play-in was legit. We'll give them that.
I still say the in-season tournament can work. They just need to make some. I don't know what tweaks, but just it's some things they can tweak with it.
I say just do that.
I ain't gonna lie.
I say just go all in and just start the season. Like announce all the groups prior to the season start. Do your preseason thing and then just go right into it.
I like that. Yeah. Speaking of starting into the season, should the NBA start later? Should the NBA start on Christmas or Christmas Eve?
I've always said that they did that year after COVID.
And it worked.
After COVID,
drastically.
I don't think about it. They're not going to do the less because they did less games. It was 72 games versus 82, and that's what we've always said. Shorten the season. They not going to do that money wise.
I mean, the season though. I mean, the season really don't jump off really until Christmas anyway.
Christmas, yeah.
I can rock with it. I mean, you just let football just run the fall, and then once Christmas come through, that's when I could rock with it.
Who knows? But good one, y'all. Good stuff. This is the part when I shut the hell up and y'all talk about football. Y'all got y'all Vols just I believe wrapped up their season. So
all right,
gentlemen, y'all
I'll take it. I'll start it off, Sharkey. All right, so unfortunately for the Tennessee Vols, we pretty much were embarrassed last week at the shoe at Ohio State. So big congrats to Sheedy and big congrats to the Buckeyes for getting the dub. And I'm just using this time to address Vol Nation because it seems like after that game, everything was in shambles. Everyone wants to abandon ship which typically is every sports fan on social media with every team at this point. Like, please, can y'all just calm the hell down? Let's put everything into perspective here. Josh Heupel, what he's done in 3 years, you got to remember where we were prior to Josh Heupel getting here. So in 3 years, Josh Heupel has won 2 bowl games, had us on the cusp of getting into the playoff. And then this season, we got into the playoffs with a freshman quarterback, a subpar offensive line, and basically Josh Heupel making adjustments to better suit this team. Like, it's okay. It's fine. We weren't going to win a national championship anyway. Like, even if we have gotten past Ohio State, Oregon was waiting on us. So it's fine. It's fine. Like, just we're continuing to build. It's okay. You knew Dylan Sampson was going to the draft. We kind of already knew that, given the season that he had. Just be quiet, reload, and let's just get ready to roll next year, which we're probably looking to either mirror what we did this season or possibly even better. Maybe 11-1. I mean, not 11-1, maybe 11-2 or something like that, but we'll see. But Vol Nation, we good. It's fine. Just remember where we are now, and remember where we were 3 years ago before Josh Heupel got here. So just relax for right now. We got this.
Yeah, same sentiments. I think, yes, the game itself just terrible to watch, embarrassing, especially for a defense that's been lights out all year, and then you have your worst game at that time. But at the end of the day, the offense still only scored 10 points. I don't know if they scored a late touchdown or not, but 10 points.
Yeah, they did. I think it was like 7. They put up 17.
It ain't double 17, but 10 points in the what mattered to most of the game. You only had 10 points. At the end of the day, a freshman quarterback, you just knew like it's gonna be tough when we had a night road game at Ohio State, at Georgia, those type of. Even when we lost to Arkansas, like he's a freshman, and like I don't expect a freshman quarterback to go on the road and pull off those type of victories. And hell, even Ohio State, he showed me something like a lot of toughness. Where I mean, he was getting beaten, and he was showing his running skills more. He was missing a lot of receivers. Like I think we had like 3 receivers go out in the same game. Square White been hurt in and out all year. I see Michael Patton just talking. Said he in the transfer portal, but he had a disappointing season. But it was due to injuries. I felt like every game he got hurt. Like he played, but he went out in every game. It was like he just couldn't. He couldn't get right this year. So Red just need to they need to get either a better receiving core or just healthy at the receiver position.
Yeah.
Beef up your offensive line.
Because Dylan kept getting hurt. Got injured in the Vandy game. So, and he pretty much messed himself up even more in the Ohio State game. So, didn't really get much from him.
And even that game, because we fell behind, we weren't going to run as much anymore anyway. So, it really didn't even matter at the point with his injury. But to that point, it was just like a lot going on. And you have a freshman quarterback, a redshirt freshman, but
a redshirt
first year starting.
First
year started. He didn't start last year. He started in the bowl game. So, yeah, the future is right. And like you said about Josh Heupel, it's the difference between him and I saw a former coach of ours the other day. I know he was still coaching at Arkansas. He was coaching at Arkansas State. So I saw the bowl game. Butch Jones, he had a run where he did well, but then it got super bad at the end. That's when we knew it was time to let him go. Josh Heupel ain't got to that point. He's ascended. He got us to the playoff. So no, I'm not like I said, Nico a freshman. Dope.
Yeah,
get some more experience next year.
We literally won 10 games with a freshman quarterback and a subpar offensive line. Like, that is something to rave about, and that is something to build on. Like, we're gonna be all right. I promise you. Now, if next season is less than what we did this season, then maybe you can start talking. But till then, just chill out. We'll be all right.
Cool. And then let's get into the college football playoffs, bro. It's time. Everybody been waiting damn near all year for around this time of year. Fellas, give us y'all an analysis and who y'all think will win. I know it's the Longhorns got the funniest thing to do from just me on a personal, because the Panthers were the ones that kicked them out the playoff the Cardinals out of playoff contention, and now the Longhorns, shout out to the Longhorns, can kick Arizona State out. So of course I'm rocking with the Longhorns just to annoy everybody. But we can start off with that game real quick, and then of course y'all do y'all thing with that. But I got of course Texas winning that game.
Yeah, same. I think they're going to have to make some tweaks to this whole playoff format. I think Arizona.
Why you say that?
I mean, Arizona State and Boise State both got buys, and they're both double-digit underdogs.
Got it. Okay.
They should have. Well, it should have been. That's what I say about NFL with the whole division winners, how they get home games. The division winners should make the playoff, but they shouldn't get a home game. They should just be ranked in order from record. And if you're like the Houston Texans, going to get a home game, and arguably they should be playing on the road. You can make playoffs because you won your division, but you should play on the road. So same thing. Arizona State and Boise State got buys because they won their conference, and Boise State was the highest ranked Group of 5 team. But yes, you should make the playoff, but you should have been 12 and 11 or wherever they were ranked in the final ranking instead of getting a bye. So that would have made better game. Tennessee when had to play Ohio State in that case. So of course, we would have probably had a home game in that case. Actually,
oh man, I was praying we got that home game because I was going. I was finna pull up the kneeling.
I said everybody lose.
Yeah.
Everybody, dang, Mike.
So I got Texas winning, but he just said that dude for Arizona State, they running back, he cold though. So he'll keep Arizona State. Yeah, got a bow.
I seen him last year. Yeah.
My sentiments for Texas has been consistent all year long. They look like the best team in football, except for when they play Georgia. So, I got Texas winning this one. I thought it would be close last week, but turns out that wasn't the case. But I got Texas winning this one. I don't think they cover the spread. I think the spread right now is 2 touchdowns. I don't think they cover it.
13.
So yeah, I got Texas.
I don't know. After last week when I said all these games to be good, I'm trying to hold a pause on that. Everybody cover the spread.
Yeah.
Next we got the Ohio State and Oregon. Who y'all got?
Ohio State is the only team that actually gave Oregon a tough outing in their matchup this season. Man,
they at the Rose Bowl,
and it's the Rose Bowl too. Ooh, okay.
That's always the Big Ten.
Yeah, it's always the Big Ten.
12.
Yeah. I think Ohio State is a little bit more motivated now after they got that game out of the way against Tennessee, which was their bounce back game from losing to Michigan to close out the season. They give Oregon another tough outing, but I think Oregon eventually gets the W here. So give me Oregon for a W here.
Yeah, I don't believe in it. Ohio State's quarterback had a good game against us, but throughout the season, he hadn't really been that good. Including that blunder down that last play he had against Oregon. And due to that, Oregon got arguably the best he had the best quarterback in the NFL draft, like went to the draft, but in college football this season, he was one of the better quarterbacks.
I think, you can say he's the best.
Dylan Gabriel. Yeah, and Dylan Gabriel. I just think the better quarterback is going to defeat to win the game. So, yeah, Oregon win, especially they got Ohio State favorite. I just think that's a little bit disrespectful. Just a little bit. Ohio State is good enough to be favored in this game, but yeah, Oregon gonna be motivated by that. So
Oregon, I think Oregon take care of business.
Let me see. Mike, stop hating. I want Mike to stop hating, even though he's 100% right.
He's out of there once the season is over with.
Like, I watched a little bit. It's like, golly, I can't wait till the other man to come. I wish he was already playing. But I'm gonna go with Ohio State for the simple fact that, of course, I want Texas to win Ohio State to go with it, and then I'm pretty sure me and Sheeta gonna have put some wings on the bet. So that's what I'm gonna roll with, just for the simple fact, because I already had to pay the wings. Actually, I own some wings now. But yeah, I need to not be able to give them some wings. So I'm gonna go with Ohio State on that one. Next up, we got Penn State and Boise State. I'm gonna go Boise State for the simple fact that I touch the grass, and every time I go out there, they nice to me. So I'm gonna go Boise State. I don't know.
I don't know if Boise State ready for no Big Ten.
You don't think so?
Wow. I want them to. I would like to.
When I saw
I would
them
like
do
to see
the
them go in.
SMU, when I saw them do the SMU, bro,
That defensive line.
that defensive line is something serious, bro.
They got a dude, like when they had Michael Parsons, that guy, some dude, I forgot his name. He won the top NFL prospects too. They got no dude similar to him on the line again. So yeah, I got Penn State.
Yeah, give me Penn State, bro. I don't think Boise ready. Give me Penn State.
See, y'all just told me my over bet need to go to an under bet as far as Jinty goes.
Yeah,
I need. Dang.
Yeah, I think they cover
Penn State wins and they cover. I think they're 11 points right now. Penn State wins and they cover.
Shout out to James Franklin. They was talking about trying to fire him like last year, and shout out to him. And he's been good as coach. So I'm really happy for him.
Dang, boys, I tried to have y'all backs, man, but anything.
I mean, we'll gladly come on this journey next week and give Boise State their props if they pull this off. But that's a tough role. That's a tough task.
Tough task. Understandable. And last but not least, man, Georgia, Notre Dame. What y'all got?
It's tough because Georgia is missing their starting quarterback.
Yep.
This is tough.
I don't know what Notre Dame team is going to show up. Honestly, truthfully, I really don't know.
I don't know what. I don't know how Georgia. I guess we saw how they looked in the second half of the SEC championship game, and even Carson Beck wasn't even that good this year either. So I felt like he was just a lights out quarterback.
Exactly.
But I guess they have full time to prepare with the backup, and I just don't. I'm gonna choose Georgia just because it's Georgia, and they figure it out regardless. And Notre Dame normally doesn't figure it out when it matters.
if anybody knows how to get a team prepared for whatever situation, it's definitely Kirby Smart. I definitely give him credit there. So, and like I said, I don't know what Notre Dame team is going to show up. So give me Georgia, man. I think Georgia takes this one.
Cool. And I have no dog in this fight, but y'all going Georgia. I'm going Georgia as well, man. Let me see. Marcus Freeman head home to Beijing.
That's Notre Dame coach. Yeah.
Notre Dame coach. Yeah.
Pretty sure. I'm like, ooh, Marcus Freeman.
He a black guy, man.
He's a black guy.
Yeah, he's a black coach.
I'm rooting for Notre Dame. But
he from Beijing? Out of all places? No offense, Beijing, but I mean, go for it.
Beijing.
I believe that covers it. I believe that actually covers everything.
Yeah.
We got anything else that's on your guys' hearts? Any flowers? Oh, I do in a way it's a troll and all, but in a way it's not. So I'll go ahead and ask it as I pull up the banner. So I'm looking up the numbers right now, and it's looking like Nikola Jokic can do what Kareem, Bill Russell, and Will Chamberlain, as well as LeBron and Mike, have been the only players to do, and that is win 4 MVPs. Currently, Nikola Jokic is third in points, rebounding, and assists on the Nuggets team that aren't that good, to be honest with you, but still, he's doing crazy things, about to average another triple-double as a big 30 points. Trolling all, Nikola Jokic is the favorite to win MVP as of today.
Yeah, no. It's tough because I see that number 7 seed right now. And he's won as number 6 seed before, but I don't know if they'll give it to him again. But it's kind of like when Russ won is he averaged a triple double. I don't know if they'll do it twice. Especially if they don't make the playout. If they in the play in, like they 7 through 10. I know his numbers are gonna be hard to argue against, but they probably would dock him something for that. But the thing is, I guess who else is in the running? I guess.
Yeah, I was like, I don't see anybody
again.
Out. Yeah,
Cat is killing, but
that's my dog.
Never thought him win the MVP though.
Never.
Is Jason Tatum having the MVP season?
Let me look at this. He is. I think he's having his usual typical year. That's why I said nobody else has really stood out as far as like,
you really can't argue. Only thing I saw Savage can't. There's an argument except let's say the end of the season is number 10. That's your argument at that point.
Outside of Tatum almost at 10 rebounds a game, that's like the only career high that he's having. And a lot of people think Career high in assists as well. So, I mean, 5.5 assists, 10 rebounds a game, 29 points. That's not bad, honestly. But again, people like to hate on the Celtics because look who's on the team.
Yeah.
Like, we voted at 5 players, in the top 50. 4 players to some. But, I mean.
So that's what, 29, 9, and what was
29, you might as well say 29, 10 rebounds, and 5.5 assists.
I would say Jokic
should. MVP. That's MVP-esque number.
I like it.
Yeah, that's MVP number.
But against Joker against
comparing
it to the Joker,
I would say he's the favorite. I say it's not true. He's the favorite because although they're number 7, they're tied in the loss column with number 5, the Clippers. So they're technically they could be filled.
They're not that far behind.
And even then, they're only 2 games behind 4. They're not that far out. So he's the favorite.
One winning streak. They're one winning streak of 3 or more games. They're in the top 5.
Is it a way that y'all favorite player? Because I say y'all because he's far from mine. But he's leading the league in points right now. I only want to say his name. It's not his favorite. Everybody listen.
He's won a couple MVPs.
Is it a way for him to kind of win?
I got to see the MVP ladder.
He won the play-in time. I mean the in-season tournament. So people probably give him credit for that. Rose eyes. But
Wimpy near in the top 5 the latest MVP ladder. So he'll go to order. Jokic, Giannis, SGA, Luka just got hurt, so he's gonna follow. Then Jason Tatum, followed by Wimpy, ahead of Karl-Anthony Towns, Donovan Mitchell, De'Aaron Fox, and LeBron.
No, Wimpy averaging 5 stocks a game. Well, I found it out last.
I know.
All the way.
He was averaging 8. He was averaging 8 stocks in the last.
Yeah.
No, he was averaging 7 blocks in the last 5 games or something. I said, "How you averaging 7 blocks?" God, I hate that for Jaren. First team all defense for him. Defense player years up with.
When does Donovan Mitchell enter the MVP contest? Y'all look, I'm probably the biggest Spidey fan on this podcast. Ain't no probably about it. But when his numbers are low, he's kind of like drop. His numbers drop.
It's kind of like Anthony Edwards last year. What you were saying about Anthony Edwards last year, although they were top team, but his numbers for MVP winning purposes it didn't match up.
Because like MVP, like he MVP for sure, but he got a nice, more balanced team around him. And one could argue that Garland's numbers are better than his as of just this year alone. So I can't say that for my guy Spidey.
I'd say there's a lot of people had SGA winning last year. So I guess why not?
He should have won last year, honestly.
Yeah, a lot of people saying he should have won. And normally when that happens, what was that year when I think Embiid should have won over
which I felt he should have won the year before.
But then next year
he won. Jokic, the year Embiid won should have went to Jokic. So
same thing with Harden. James Harden, it was one year folks felt he should have won over, I think, Steph. But then they awarded him the next year. It's like I feel like when that happens, it's normally how it goes. So SGA keeps his way up. That will probably flip to him winning. Giannis, I think Milwaukee. I mean, they're rising up the standards, but they have to get, especially in the East, they have to be definitely top 3.
Yeah, going back to Donovan Mitchell briefly, Mike. Yeah, Donovan's at like 24 a game. I think if he was at like 27, 28, he'd probably be in the conversation for sure.
Because everybody else is 30. Jokic 30.7, Giannis 32.7, SGA 31.1, Jason Tatum 29, Luka was 28. But of course,
so I say if he's like at 27, 28, and the Cavs were doing this, most definitely. But because he's right at 24, that's the only reason to me.
And that good talk. Sharkey, let me ask you this, bro, on a Grizz level, because I did want to ask a Grizz question. In your opinion, take health out of it. Why is Ja Morant only averaging 21 points a game?
So it's nuance, right? The new offense, if you ain't checked it, if you see these scores, the Grizzlies are like number top 5 in all offense.
Top 5 in offense right now.
It's different. They're leading. I think they're averaging like 123.7 points a game, something like that. They're leading NBA scoring. Ja has just about 13 games of their 31. So what it is that offense is just everybody's kind of eating, right? Jack LaRavia is looking like really good in this offense, right? Everybody's eating. And Ja Morant himself is not locked in on like just scoring, right? He's playmaking a lot more. Like last couple games, him and Zach Edey been building a connection, and he's been very much like, all right, hey, I need you over here. I'm gonna feed you. Hey, we can run this all day. You can get points off this each time. So it's kind of like the growth of him is like, I don't have to go out and get dirty. So I'm not gonna do it. Kind of like the dunk thing. I don't have to, I'm not about to dunk as much as I used to because I keep getting hurt. I'm just trying to stay healthy. And of course he still end up getting hurt. But I think it's it's just a growth of his game. And he's always been unselfish. He's always been
absolutely.
I'm not gonna go out and just get unless I just only if I absolutely have to, which he did yesterday against OKC. New Orleans. Boy, he had 24 points in the first half, so we know he has in him. But I think this offense is eating because you think about it. He's low. Jaren is 20. I think Jaren is leading, or they're tied, or whatever. Desmond Bain was struggling, but now he's picking it up. But he's at like 15 points. But they got like 8 players averaging double figures. Scottie Pippen averaging 11. Jalen Wells averaging 11. Zach Edey averaging like 12. Santi having a 6-man of the year season. So he
Santi
averaging 14. So it's just a very well balanced offense. And Ja Morant, he's focused on winning. He ain't all the MVPs and all that. He don't care about it.
Good perspective to have, brother. I definitely appreciate that answer too. Because I was looking, I'm like, man, I came in talking crazy ish to everybody. Ja Morant, MVP season, Ja Morant, takeover season, get back. I mean, and if they winning, I guess in a way this is his get back. So if you wait till the playoffs to show out, cool with me.
It's back to that 21-22 season team where even when he's hurt, they're still winning. They plug in playing. That team have connected and just like no matter who was out there, they figured it out. And they were blowing teams out. They're doing the same thing this year. It's the same thing, but the offense is this new guy they got from
it's working.
God, dog.
It's working. I remember his the media heads talking about him over the summer and was like, oh, Taylor Jenkins got a secret weapon. Taylor Jenkins got an X factor. All right, let's see. And I guess it's working.
It's working.
It's working.
God,
I mean, you saw them. They put up 150.
155 broke their franchise record.
Hey, I saw the folks calling Taylor Jenkins Tay Jenkins. I said, shoot, I love to take Jenkins away and call him Tay, bro.
So the other day he went to the team store to like buy a gift for somebody else. He came out with some himself, one of them fresh
throwback jacket. Yeah, I saw
I said, man, turn the coach up.
Hey, turn them up, man. They ain't do nothing, helping us love them up. But shout out to Tay, man. I'm gonna have to start calling him Janky, especially, the Grizz are playing I ain't gonna say good basketball, great basketball. They're playing amazing basketball. But that was one of the questions I definitely saw and been thinking about, especially over the last couple of weeks for sure. But if he ain't got to score 30, why score 30 like you said, especially when everybody else is doing it?
Yeah. Man, I say this, Jaren Jackson is if you had to say who's the best player on the Grizzlies this year,
it's Jaren.
It's Jaren.
When we did Star 5. When we did Star 5, who never would have known.
Come a long way talking about Jaren Jackson Jr.
Like, you know what we always said though? The Grizzlies would be at their best if Jaren was.
If Jaren was
exactly.
better.
We have been pushing this whole time.
We always said that, and like his defense is still his defense. He's still averaging like I think he's one of the players in NBA history to be averaging like 25 rebounds. 1.5 blocks, 1.5 steals, something like that. Like it's like he having a great season as well. It's just he can overshadow by Wemby on defense. That's all that's going on there.
Let me see. Yeah, he literally averaged 6 rebounds. Good job, Jaren. Good job. More than a 5.
I said back in the past, 6 to 8.
6 to 8. Yeah, he said, all right, I'll give you 6.
Finally got a double the other day.
He did. Sure did.
Shout out to Jaren, man. Y'all got anything else, man? Anything else?
Real quick, and this some sympathy flowers. I didn't get a chance to talk about it earlier, man. And shout out to our guys on the West Coast at Fatboy Fadeaway. But in addition to losing Greg Gumbel, we also lost baseball great Ricky Henderson. As well. Yeah. For those who don't know, Ricky Henderson was probably one of the greatest baseball players to ever grace the field. Of course, most of his prime is being remembered with the Oakland Athletics. Again, shout out to our guys at Fatboy Fadeaway for that. Still holds a lot of records, especially when it comes to stolen bases. A lot of records that are probably stand the test of time for like the next 10 or 15 years. Never seen anybody like him. Probably won't see anyone like him since. So rest in power, Ricky Henderson, man. Thank you for making baseball watchable for guys like myself and a few others, man. So shout out Ricky Henderson.
Absolutely,
out,
absolutely.
Man. Rest in peace. Hey, quick question: Where are the Oakland A's moving to? I think they're moving right.
Vegas.
Vegas.
Oh,
boy.
Vegas got all their teams, bro.
I feel bad for Oakland, bro. Them folks lost it. They literally lost all sports teams
to one person.
To Vegas. They lost all their sports teams to Vegas.
To one person.
That's sad. Well, except basketball went across the bridge.
Yeah,
the Warriors.
Literally,
San
Francisco.
Yeah,
literally across the bridge. They arena was literally across. You could see the other arena.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, that's it, man. Closing out the year strong. Again, man, we appreciate everybody. Again, flowers to everybody that's pulled up on the pod. I just thought about this. Flowers. So again, I guess to answer my question at the beginning of the pod, my favorite memory was doing the NFL thing with everybody and having literally what was it, 28 of the 32 teams? What was it, 26?
We trying to get all of them.
32, yeah.
We trying to get all of them.
And I think we pretty much had all teams. I had a contact for each team. It just, of course, schedules, last minute stuff happen. Things happen. Yep.
That's my favorite.
I had contact with everybody except the Chargers. The Chargers probably on the team. That's the one I can think off the top of my head that I don't remember having a contact for.
We'll have one for next year. That was my favorite.
Until Pete just popped in the comments.
Dolphins. We got one for the Dolphins.
If you're watching, we ain't forgot. We need you to pop up next year for them Dolphins.
We got him. Well, he subscribed to us. I believe
I saw him talking well about it too on Twitter recently. So he went. he probably flipped a little bit.
Oh man, shout out to P, man. But no, shout out to again everybody that pulled up on the pod. Real successful year. Last part of the year for sure, bro. What y'all got any New Year resolutions?
I started doing New Year resolutions about 10 years ago.
I'm literally probably about to put something on my board up here. I ain't even started on it, but as far as let's be real, man, just continue to develop as a potential host. So when Tuke is out, it won't be as last minute. Probably figure out ways to get Let's Be Real gaming a little bit better as well. That's really it as far as Let's Be Real. Personally, just continue to persevere at this point.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Perseverance is key. And I told you, we ain't trying, we doing.
Right.
All right. Speaking of doing, man, shout out to all the other parts that are doing their things as well, man, on the podcast network. Of course, 3 Hardaway celebrating 100 episodes on Monday. So make sure y'all tap in with that. Celebrate with us. Ain't no telling. I still don't know what the hell we're gonna talk about, but it's gonna be a great time. Trust me. We like I said, we done had some crazy episodes the last couple of weeks. So y'all again, make sure y'all tap in. All of them on Spotify. Y'all check them out as well as this podcast, as well as the Jeans Report. Again, make sure y'all tap in. All my wrestling fans that's watching with us, not just wrestling, but of course the Superman trailer dropped. This may be my last time giving a white Superman hope, but that's neither here or there. Shout out to Ryan Harris with the Jump Pass pod, and of course a Real Deal with Damian Adams with the pod as well. Of course, y'all can buy merch. I may or may not have done a photo shoot with this specific shirt as well, by the way. You know I couldn't leave our gang as well, so you know that's all I'm gonna say. Oh man, of course, man. Yeah, appreciate y'all. It's been a great year. Appreciate a great year with me hosting. I guess it was my first year officially hosting LBR. So more the better. More things on the way outside of the pod. More things in store. More blessings coming our way. But gentlemen, let's continue to do what we do. Again, I go by the name of Tev Shakir. Signing out for this year, gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm at the Art of Trevor on Twix, and from the looks of it, I'll remain on Twix.
Yeah, because you tried that sky blue or
light blue. What was it? No. I'll
jet blue.
Blue sky is legit.
Blue sky
is legit. Don't get me wrong, it is legit, but it doesn't have the capabilities that I would like for it to have that Twix has for the podcast. So till further notice, I'm still on Twix at the Art of Trevor. Of is a preposition, so you know what not to do with it.
Of course, P Shark getting that rest from the Grizz, man. Well deserved, brother.
Yeah, somewhere. I mean, like I said, I still got to get these articles out, but actually, I
It's like work.
It's just
It's like
The
getting
hardest
rest,
working man in show business,
Right.
it's like work, bro.
right.
That's light work.
BillStreetBears.com. Just dropped one right before we started this episode, literally.
BillStreetBears.com, y'all. BillStreetBears.com. Make sure y'all check out the cap, man. Of course, more collaboration in 2025. I think that's one of the things is a network I'm excited for. A lot of good collaborations on the way, not only with this pod, but the rest of the pods as well. So again, y'all continue to tap in with us. What I say, all minds are clear. Let's go and get on out of here on Twix at Tab Shakir is where you can find me. LBR_media is where you can find the gang, man. Until next year, I'm talking like next year, ain't until next week. But again, until next year, y'all stay safe, man. Again, appreciate everybody for rocking with us. Until then, I'll see y'all next time. Throw them deuces up.